Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another session of Chains of Asmodeus. We have missed you. We have been gone for, I think, a little under a month, or maybe a month. I can't remember. We were kind of away for July, um, because it was con season, and everyone was super busy, and everyone needed a little break. So, we're so happy that you stuck around, to hang out with us. We missed you so much, but we're so excited to get back into hell. So, before we start, some really quick announcements as per. Number one being, you might see at the top of the screen here, we have a little donation bar. That is because I'm part of the Game Changers initiative, which is a little charity drive that's happening through August for a charity called Starlight Children's Foundation. Starlight Children's Foundation are a really awesome Australian charity that essentially go around hospitals all around the country and help to make kids' lives better, because not only do they require medical care, but they also require mental health services and activities and things that just give them a little bit of happiness in a very dark time. They work a lot in regional cities, regional towns, which is really incredible. And myself and a bunch of other streamers are streaming all through August to raise money. So if you would like to donate a little bit, I'd really appreciate it. Otherwise, if you want to hold off on your donations, you can wait until this weekend. Wait, is it Friday? It's Friday and Saturday. No, it's Thursday and Friday. American times. Funny. But we will be having two back-to-back PvPs to also raise money for this cause, in which your donations go towards spinning that wheel, where once they land on a particular thing, they get a rule that they have to abide by. It's inspired by the Spin That Wheel episode of Game Changer. And we played it last week, and it was super chaotic, and we also hit $500. So thank you so much to everyone who donated. You're incredible. I'll say in general, if you donate during this session, we can like transfer it to like inspiration for the players and stuff like that. It's fun.
I would like that.
Imagine you bring out the fucking spin the wheel for us, and we're like, no,
Please. I wish
let me
I'd said
go.
that, and there's like sudden typing, and all five of you just suddenly donate to give yourselves inspiration. Real. And I'd allow that for the kids. For the kids.
For the kids.
For the kids. Apart from that, you should also totally join our Discord channel. Our Discord is where people hang out. We send memes. It's a really fun time. Also, when we eventually do our Q&As, it's where you can ask questions. It's a fun time. Also, content warnings, super important. It's where we have our laundry list of possible content warnings that could show up in this session and other sessions, because this is quite a dark campaign and we want to keep you as safe as we can. I think, the Patreon, that's where we have bonus episodes. The starter episodes, they're really fun. You should totally check them out. And of course, make sure to donate to my Tiltify to help raise money for Starlight Children's Foundation. Alrighty. I think it's time to introduce these lovely players. Starting with... Oh, wait, I go first. Hi! I'm the person that I'm wearing my little jammies right now, and I'm just a comfy little snug and a bug in a rug. And I'm a snug little bug in a rug who's gonna go to hell again, and I'm so excited. Maddie! Sue!
Hi, I am Sue, and I am the person who had a dango today, which is these like Japanese mochi rice balls, and it was covered in sesame paste, and it was really delicious.
Hell yeah. Haley!
Hi, I'm the person who's scrolling through the meme channel currently on the Chains of Asmodeus thing, and these are all really funny. I can't stop reading them during sessions. Sorry, Haley.
Very fair. Hannah!
Hello. I'm Hannah, and I'm the one who's very excited that all of the heat that surrounded Shiloh and the phylactery and all that drama was immediately redirected into trying to murder Raimi, and I plan to keep that energy for the rest of the campaign, actually. Hannah!
Real. Diana.
Hi, I'm the one who's been obsessed lately with how out of pocket Childish Gambino's lyrics are if you actually listen to them. Maddie, if you'll go to the first slide, please.
Yeah.
And
Oh,
that's
shit,
it for
I didn't share
today.
my
Stay
screen.
tuned. Oh,
Fuck,
who
sorry.
does that?
I'm sorry.
That's me, Diana Faye.
Apollo. You are so muted, my
You're
guy.
muted.
You're so freaking muted.
Hello. I'm the person who is dying of a migraine, scarfing down a pizza, and got genuinely a little bit emotional thinking about I'm gonna see Tyax again. I miss him. Apollo. I was like, oh my god, my little guy.
And he missed you too. All right. Well, I think we need our recap. Haley, take it away when you're ready. You can take a sip of your tea.
No, I'm locking in. My first note is that I got inspiration, which is great, and I do need to remember that because it's been a while. And then right after that, multiple people begging Soul not to kill Raimi. It's in my notes many times because it happened a lot. And then after Ymir begged Soul not to kill Raimi, they had a conversation, and Ymir now has until we get out of hell to fix Raimi, meaning make her good. Or else Soul's gonna go hunt Raimi and kill her the second we leave hell.
Hunt her
So
for
good
sport.
luck, Ymir. And hunt her for sport, and it'll be
Yep.
really fun. There was also a moment where Ball called to Soul, but I passed my wisdom check, thank God. That's scary. It'll probably happen again. And then this is when Ymir goes, should we destroy the shield? Should we just get rid of it? Because the shield was what was calling out to Soul. Is there mind control happening? Ymir is scared and confused, and that's fair. And she should destroy this shield. That's my
Amir,
opinion.
as the only normal person in this party, was a little bit concerned all around, and that's so
Everyone else is
valid.
like, yeah, Ball can call to us. That's so fine. Ymir was like, maybe we should be worried. Raimi then tells Ymir to fuck off. That's also in my notes. Ymir was asking too many questions. Raimi was like, hey, piss off. Stop being weird. And then Ymir does fuck off. She left and did not go into the Cave of Friendship with us, which, fair. So we go into Puzzle Dungeon. There's a lot of puzzles that I was having a really bad migraine and didn't write down very well. So the first room we had to reveal something that we're jealous of another character for, or in general. I was definitely jealous of all of my teammates. That's all I remember, is feeling incredibly jealous. And it led us through. And in the next room, there was a bunch of crowns. And if you put on a crown, you got bonus. But then everybody else got negatives. And it was really bad. But we were like, maybe we should wear the crowns. And then we decided not to. But I'm still thinking about the crowns in the bag, TBH. And then the next room, I have very mean notes written about this room because it was terrible for me specifically. There was these big obsidian
mural
like plaques on the
things.
wall, mural wall plaques with different sins, and then we lit them up and it showed us our sins and it reminded us of stuff that may or may not have happened, and we're gonna brush past that really fast in the episode. Everybody, actually, you know what? Mechnon's was really great. Mechnon was Conan the Barbarian, a really hot portrait of Mechnon, and that's what we should focus on.
And then later on, I was really sad about it because I realized I made them all quite similar, and I have new designs in my head, but that's like fanon. But I still
Oh,
want
no, sure.
I still want Mechnon on the throne, but I want him to be like nailed onto it.
Fuck
and
yeah,
like
that's so
smothered
tight.
in treasures or some shit.
Honey.
He would still
So
like
hot.
that though.
Yeah.
He would be like, yeah, Anne.
And I
I'd be
don't
like,
care.
damn, I'm on the throne. There's a nail to it. I'm like,
Hannah's
but I'm
was
on
my
the throne.
favorite one because it was the most fucked up. Okay, and it was my favorite one. Wouldn't change a goddamn thing. And yeah, and then
Wait, what was
lava
mine again?
scalping.
Oh, Hannah's?
Oh
was tight.
yeah, I scalped my nephew.
Yep.
Fuck that kid.
Oh my god.
It was fun. It was a drawing.
It was a drawing. It wasn't real, don't
Oh.
worry.
I don't even remember his name. It has a really twat name as well. Hold on, I'll find it.
Which makes the scalping okay.
Like,
Yep.
couldn't say
Someone
or
help
something
me.
along those lines.
Fuck them kids, I
Fuck
guess.
them kids. And then
Someone save
lava
me from
room.
this.
Oh, and finale was lava room.
Mm-hmm.
We all had to work together, and that
For
sucked.
the power
we
of
all,
friendship.
through the power of friendship, we finished the room and got their answer of torture, and that's why what's her name could never do it. Fierna.
Yeah.
Because she never
Funny
worked
thing is,
with other
if Ymir had been there, we would have solved it immediately.
people. Yep.
Ymir would
But
have
the rest
figured
of
it
us
out
don't
in 2
know how to
seconds.
cooperate, so
Which I feel like is the true irony, because it really just showed, hey, listen, maybe Fiona was taking you guys on a corporate getting together retreat, and you guys kind of realized that you fucked it a little bit. How about that? But you
We had
have
to work on our synergy.
synergy. All right, so. Put my phone on Do Not Disturb. I'm so popular that my mother is currently texting me and sending me YouTube videos.
Lara said hi.
I shall.
Yeah, tell her I
Um,
say hi.
Well, I mean, my mother is literally about to get on a plane to go to Ireland, so Apollo has a chance.
Hi.
Tell her I said hi.
Tell her I said, "What's up? How you doing?"
All right. With all that said and done, I think we should get
Food you
started.
like, I know restaurants.
Oh my god.
They're going on the big walk down the bottom. All right. Lovelies. You all. I'm going to do a little micro time skip to say that you're back on the barge. Is that cool with everyone? Okay.
Yeah, lava sucks.
Yes.
So you had stayed on the barge, maybe to think over what had last been said with Raimi and with Solstice, but also maybe just to get a little breath away from this very intense group of people. So you had just stayed on the barge for about, I don't know, like 2 hours with Calithria and Tyax. Was there anything you did while you were on the barge?
Definitely, one of the last things that had happened was Raimi telling me that I was this horrible, judgmental person, and I didn't really care about her if I could not accept her. So I really started like thinking about, am I the problem? So I wanted to step back and really think about that for a moment. So I waited until everybody left. I spent some time with my brother's
Phylactery.
little box of, phylactery, and just kind of sat there wondering what to do. And I came to the conclusion that I'm going to wait until everybody's gone and I have some time to take a little look-see in Raimi's shield. So I'm waiting for the right time, and I'm trying to find the right time to do that.
So you come up with a little plan in your head that when the opportunity should strike, of course Raimi took her shield with her, perhaps maybe sometime in the nighttime, because Raimi's a stupid little human who needs to get 8 hours like a fucking loser. Meanwhile, you and Elf...
One time I don't pick fucking elf.
Yeah, because I think drow, similar to most elves, I think they only technically need to get like 5 hours of sleep, and even then they like meditate. Elves are weird, but because of that, you know that you might have a chance maybe somewhat at night. And as you come to this conclusion, and Tyax is kind of standing near you, throwing rocks into the fire lava or some shit, and muttering to himself, about like the stock market and hell and how it's just fucked at the moment, but it always tends to be because it's hell. When the party finally arrives back, looking like the awkward silence between these four people is profound. They seem to be holding what looks like the very classic devil pitchfork. It'd be looking like that, just holding it, looking frazzled.
I'm going to just say, I'm going to make some tea. And she's going to go make some tea for everyone.
Cute. Yes, you can do so with a mix of prestidigitation, and I'm sure you guys have water so you don't die. The rest of you, how are you looking? How are you feeling as you come back to the barge post this dungeon?
Solstice needs like a cigarette.
Tyax hands you a cigar.
Have a smoke. Oh, yeah, I'm gonna smoke a cigar with Tyax. I feel like that's what I need right now.
In my head, you guys are just right next to each other, like mimicking the exact same motions.
Oh yeah,
and we don't realize it.
And both of them are like looking out to the rest of Fellow with us on the barge with like one hand on their hip, like a dad.
That's exactly what I'm doing.
Both of them look like that one picture of Ben Affleck.
Yeah. I should admit it to myself.
So
with Tyax there.
What seems like it was a tough time. What'd you have to do? Work together and talk about your inner secrets or some shit?
Tyax, you don't know the half of it.
Shit. What about the rest of you?
I think as I walk on and Tyax is just having a laugh, I'm just gonna extend a hand for another cigar.
You guys are running me dry. I expect you to pick up some supplies next time. And he hands you a cigar.
I ignite it, but I also spit on it a little bit, so it is a little bit literally acidy. And
Acidic,
I'm not gonna say anything to anyone. I'm just walking back to my little sleeping spot, and I'm curling up on the hot spot above the motor. I'm just curling like a lizard and sulking. Every now and then, a little puff of smoke comes out from the mass that is my body.
Mr. Patient.
Can I see if there is
Talks a
any
couple times.
alcohol on board?
Unless people brought some, Tyax probably
We have
has
the
it.
wine.
Yeah, you have wine. You have night. Wait, didn't you drink that all like the night that you were at
I thought there
the?
was a bottle we didn't touch because it was special.
There's still a couple of bottles running around. The nicest ones we kept. I know I bartered mine away, but I think there is still wine.
Yeah, you guys have some wine
Okay.
if you want to get wine drunk.
So, I mean, I could also say, so I'm going to come out with the teas. I'm going to
We've
look at
lost
everybody
Haley.
and say, oh no. I will wait. I
She'll
will
come
wait.
back.
Okay. So, as she is so deep into her cigarette that it feels like she's not even there anymore,
Mm-hmm. She's buffering.
I'm going to come out with my thing of tea and ask everybody. So I have this tea that I made for everybody, but I can spike it if you'd like. And I look at Tyrax and go, and we can have some spiked tea together. Or we could just have
I
some
don't know
tea.
why you're looking at me, he says as he takes out a flask. And then he goes like, I don't know if I really want to give it to you. And then you see Calithria in the corner that goes, oh, it's all right. You guys can use mine. And she takes out a bottle of tequila.
That's my girl.
And it has like the side of Celeborn on it because it's been blessed, so it's technically tequila holy water. And She comes over and she's like, sometimes we use it to dress wounds, but I think tonight we can use it for something special, because I think all of you have had quite a rough night. I can read it on your faces. And there is nothing a good cure like a conversation with friends and to get quite inebriated. Wouldn't you agree?
Shots?
I walk up from the bottle ship. Tequila.
Da-da-da-da-da-da. Yes. I think we should start with it in the tea, and then perhaps we can do shots later. No, keep your hands to yourself, Meknon. And then she puts like a shot in each of the teacups, and as she kind of leans in and she's pouring them, she leans into you, Emir, and just says, I think this was a wonderful idea. She gives your shoulder a little squeeze.
Ymir, like, just full body vibrates joyfully a little bit with her puppy dog eyes. She just feels very seen at the moment. So she just... And each of the teacups that she picked out, she picked something specifically that reminded her of each person. So each of the teacups has a little bit of a different design, and she passes it out to each person.
I love the idea that on a trip to hell,
Yes.
of all the things that we packed, was the fine china.
Yep.
Individual fine
Oh,
china.
you have boiling water anytime.
I'll say, you know what, Calithria reads as like a tea bitch. I think she just had it on the barge.
Absolutely. She just had.
You
She
know what?
collects
That's so
nuts from
right.
every layer.
Oh my god, she has like tourist trap marks. All of you have the one for your sin.
Absolutely.
I feel like since my character also grew up in royalty, she would also have something like this around.
Hmm.
I'm
Your
just going to
travel
say that.
tea kit?
Yes.
She
I just have
only-
a bunch
she
of like little.
Emir only packed the essentials, and she has to bring the tea set. I don't know.
Yes.
Have we heard from Haley? Has she lost power? Has she
Haley
died?
said that, yeah, power is out. So, you know, we'll see. Well,
We'll
internet
just
is out.
we'll
allegedly.
vibe
We'll see.
and we'll
I
see.
just realized that
vibe
I'm
will
fully
spend some
not
time
on
making
screen.
tea.
This is great.
Yep,
Wait,
we've
fuck.
lost you completely. You and
I'll go to
and
this corner. Oh my god, Diana, we're in our get along
fine.
box again.
Uh-oh.
That is
This
so
is all I
funny.
got.
We are both Raimi. We are both the Hanafe. I'm like the. You seen those
welcome.
those memes of like my evil medieval eunuch whispering in my ear? That's me to you. My lady, they conspire against you. They plan to take your shield in the night. You should kill them, my lady.
I will say, Mia, this is me. This is God speaking to you, the dungeon master going. If you wanted the best setting to perhaps steal and identify a shield, would not a setting of your own creation be best? If I could refer to you to the spell known as Magnificent Mansion, which is in your spell list. That could be
You
a
had that
good
the whole
idea.
time?
She got it very
The whole
recently.
shit.
She got it very
That's
recently.
amazing.
What does it do?
So
Please.
Magnificent
Magic
Mansion
mansion.
is a spell that makes an interdimensional house of your own design that exists for 24 hours. You and your friends can get a lovely night's sleep away from hell and everything else. And it has enough food to feed 100 people, and like anything that exists in the house you can't take out of the house again, but essentially you can make a fun house, and sometimes people get creative with it and they make like little rooms for each of the players just for them, and like it's really cute. But yeah, you could, like, for example, in every bedroom you could make yourself a secret door, so you could sneak in. You could have like secret hallways that mean that you can go into everyone's rooms to, like, I don't know, steal a shield. That's something you could do as the creator.
Oh, I also have an invisibility cloak.
This is true. And I think I gave you the greater invisibility spell, which which means that when you cast that on yourself, you can have it on you, and you can still cast spells and attack people, and it doesn't go away.
Okay, great. So I would be able to do that and do identify at the same time?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. All right. So I'm going to just say, hey, I know you all had a very hard time, and it's sad that I didn't get to come with you on this adventure. And I know I stressed out a lot of people right before you left. Looking at you, Raimi, I'm very sorry that I was not understanding to your story and the things you've gone through. It was very judgmental of me to say things the way that I did. So to make it up to you all, I have the spell that I can do where I can create this really special, fun place for everybody. And if you have special requests, I can put that in the room that would be specific to you. So is there something you've always wanted and never had? I could maybe make that happen.
Dibs on a trampoline. And then we're even.
Done.
Trapaply. Diana, if your arm starts to hurt, you don't need to maintain this bit.
No, it's for the bit.
Okay.
Shut up, audience. I can handle
Maddie's
it.
just smiling, so I will think that she's so for this.
Hell yeah. I love this. So I'll say Calithria says, oh, that's a wonderful idea. Now, I'm quite familiar with this spell, Calithria says. I once knew this sorcerer woman, and we had quite the rump when she was staying in Waterdeep for about half a year. We got along marvelously. And she had this spell. And I do remember that it stays in a location. So if we were on the barge, unfortunately, the doorway would stay put and the barge would continue forward. So how about I will anchor the barge here, and we can spend the night here, and then we'll head off towards Stygia in the morning.
Thank you. That would be incredible. Yes, please.
Okay. She nods, and Emir, you take I think it's 10 minutes or an hour, it's one of them, to cast the spell. You cast it in a doorway. So I'll say probably the easiest doorway would be the doorway into like the kind of captain's quarters. So you can cast a spell here, and then a shimmery purple film appears over the doorway. And as the party enters, Emir, would you describe to us what the players see? You're in the DM's chair now.
Okay, so as when you come into this space, of course, the very first thing you see is a giant trampoline. But it's actually surrounded by this space that looks like a mirror garden. And each of these sections, the mirrors are actually separate rooms that the players can go into that create different rooms. But there's also the one main door that you can go into for like a shared living space. But outside in the garden, there are flowers that are like hanging in the secret garden where the trampoline is in. But the flowers only bloom when someone is telling the truth. So, which I don't know if it's a good idea right now, but I will just put that in there. No one knows this,
It's
but
secret.
I know this.
But Emir knows
Yes,
this.
I know this.
Hey, listen,
Yes.
it's kind of the spell can't do it, but I'm allowing it because that's super fucking awesome. And I say yes.
Also, I want there to be a kind of a pool there where if you look into it, you see the person you were before the pain changed you.
That's crazy.
God.
Jesus.
Wait, say that again.
That's so
What the
fucked up.
fuck?
So there's this reflecting water pool in one of the secret bathrooms where if you go into it and you look into the water, you see who you were before the pain changed you. Like the best version of yourself. The kindest
Fuck.
Why?
The
Why?
What
kindest
if we
version
think
of
we're perfect?
Why? Nothing hinges about the gun.
I don't know. I have to go all in. I'm trying everything I can to save Remy right now. So I just have to do whatever the fuck I can do.
Do you know what's really
There's a
funny?
music room. What?
Do you guys know what the sin for Stygia is?
No, what is that?
Betrayal.
Betrayal of the House of the Hill?
It's just betrayal. That's the sin of Stygia, and I just think it's really ironic. Continuing on. The music room.
Okay. Yeah, there's a music room with a lot of instruments of different kinds. But some of the instruments are special because you can only play them with specific emotions. So, like, if you feel angry, you pick a specific emotion to feel it out, and it makes you feel like you can have an outlet with that musical instrument as you're doing it. So,
You have like an angry tuba.
yes. So it kind of like if you're feeling angry at somebody or something, or you're feeling confused in your emotions, it kind of like acts as an outlet. Can I do all this, Maddie?
Technically no, but I'm allowing it because this is awesome.
All right. So, yeah. And the room color changes based on who is playing and what emotion you're feeling. So, red, anger, blue, sadness, and whatever. There's the library, of course, with a lot of lovely different kinds of books. There's like books for children as well and fairy tales. So just to like bring comfort and ease, there's a little fireplace over there, which is also comforting. Sometimes there are books where if you touch it, and if you can find books on other people, then I don't know, this might be too much.
I will
But
say
touching a book can give you their memories.
the books
Maybe? Too
themselves,
much?
so everything would be from your memory. So all the books in the library would
My
be
memory.
books that you've read in your life, but also they
Okay,
could be your
okay.
memories. I'm going to say real quick, Amir, can you roll me an insight check?
Yes.
This is just so I can flavor my way out of this, so the rules lawyers don't come for me, but I will make this work. She's gone.
Insight
back.
roll.
Back.
I'm
D20.
alive. I'm dead.
Somebody update her what's going on as I'm doing this. So I rolled a 19, plus I think I have a plus something.
Oh yeah, no, you have a plus, like, pretty good.
I think, isn't it like 12 or something? I can't remember.
That's crazy. You know what? And that works because that's the 31. So with this insight, what I'm going to say is every time you're just like, and when you do this, the mood plays. It's just you and what Amir thinks is happening. So like every time they pick up an instrument, you're just insight so good that you can turn the place a particular color just with your mind because you're pretty sure that's what's happening. And when they see their reflections of themselves before the pain, it's just a really good guess, but it happens to be quite accurate to how most of you looked before the pain. So really, this is all just from Ymir's brain, but she's just she's a really good guesser.
Wait, so they can't see who they were before the pain?
they can. This is just silly, like me being like,
Okay.
this is how this works with the rules, is that it's just guessed really well.
Okay. Also, the middle of the living room, there's a button you can press where the roof comes off, so you can see the stars together. But you all have to lay down in the same bed to experience this moment together, if people want to do that.
I want to reiterate how well Amir would
At
have
least-
done in this dungeon if she had been there with the rest of you.
At least there has to be at least more than one person to like lay down in this thing, so the roof will open up and you can look at the stars together. Like I said, there's a fireplace, and yeah, books that are special to each person. The idea that I had for the book, I guess I can't do, is I also wanted to have people there that we might have killed, cough cough, so that if you touch the book, their memories come to you, and you have access to.
You can just make that happen. As in, like, you can just come up with memories that feel pretty accurate to what they would have had.
Okay, I will do that.
Yeah.
I will do that. So if you like go into these books and you're curious about them and touch them, you will see the person's memories, quote unquote, of who they were as a person.
It's just it's like fanfic.
Yeah. Stuff like that. Yeah. The trampoline has string lights all around. There's light, sweet, fun music playing. Oh, so just if anybody wants to give updates to our player who was gone about what they're missing out on. That would be
I'm
great.
I
thinking
think it's
house
funnier
ever
if she just walks into it.
Amir,
Okay.
as you finish off your cigar, you look and see that no one else is on the ship anymore. And you look back to the captain's quarters, and the doorway is just lit up purple.
Well, yeah, I'm going in. There's a party happening and I wasn't invited.
You go in and you see the only one bedroom of friendship.
One bedroom?
Everybody does have separate rooms.
Thank God.
But
Okay.
there's a middle room with like all these different things. There's libraries and stuff, but there's mirrors where you can like go through and it becomes your room. And Emir put a lot of time individualizing what each person might have liked. So Shiloh's has like this whole alcohol cabinet that looks really
Ooh.
fun
Oh,
and
that's nice.
cozy. Yeah,
What a
and it's
read.
very punk rocky almost a little bit.
Mhm.
There's some blood. Oh, what's Shiloh's favorite blood? What's her favorite vintage?
Like type A.
I feel like we already established this, that it was Hildewurf's.
It's
Yeah,
yeah, dwarf.
it's
yeah.
hot.
Mountain
Hardy.
Dwarves or something along those
Yeah.
lines. Yeah.
That's there.
Already full
carafe.
100%
body.
there.
It's on
A little
tap.
fatty, but like in the best way.
Ramey's is obviously a very cute cottagecore, lots of cute animals and stuffed animals.
Stuff
Cute
not
little
real.
stars hanging from the ceiling. Just like sweet, happy things. Solstice is, it's like there's a lot of books and it's very like gothic library core.
Oh, yeah.
just like-
I actually do love that.
Yeah. Mechnons is all about like medallions and achievements that he has done, like really just like awards and how cool he is, pictures of him and like highlights of his life. Yeah.
Straight to his head.
I know that's right. I know that's
No,
right.
that's right.
There's just a big ass scroll with all my titles.
I have to say,
What
Long
does
ass
Ymir's
name.
room
Like
look like?
I feel like Kordochai, the motherfucker from Phlegethos, was like Mechnon looking at his future when he retires.
Hmm.
Big
Yeah.
ass house full of trophies. I know that's right.
So yeah, this is a mansion I created, magnificent mansion thing for everybody to have a great time.
What does Ymir's room look like?
Emir's
Is it
room
a big bed?
has
or
a
is it
picture of
separate?
all of them together. And some pictures of her and her brother. And then like just like sweet little trinkets from different adventures they've gone on. Has like harp in the wall. There's a little keyboard. Just very cozy and happy. It looks like a room that you would go into for like a safe space kind of room. It has like blankets everywhere, incense is burning. Yeah, very cozy.
Hell yeah.
Cute.
All right, so all of you enter this room and look around. What are all of you doing?
I think Raimi immediately is going to beeline it over to the button. She doesn't know what it does. I assume you haven't done like a tour or anything yet. And the minute she steps in, she just goes straight over to a big red button and slams it with her palm to open the ceiling. Once she sees what it does, she will immediately flop over into the get along bed and just stare up to relax a bit.
You're just gonna
Sol-
go down and join her and just lay there in silence and just kind of look up with her.
You can
Just
see her
seems
kind of
like
like
a cat.
look sideways at you, and she just slowly shifts away a little bit, but she doesn't leave.
I'm just gonna see one big bed in the central room and just like, Ymir, what kind of bed is this that there's one big bed in the central room? What sort of party are we having? Because no.
Mcdon, it's a friendship. It's a friendship bed. Come join us.
You bet
She
your
pats.
friend. Do we have private quarters or?
You do. It's through those mirrors all over the place. But if you want to see these beautiful stars, then you're going to have to come over here to look at them.
I'm fine. enjoy your not an orgy bed. I'm just gonna start walking.
Meknon, you go into your room and you just see Tyax is sitting on your bed like this.
You know, if I never got any, I would always only be thinking about sex too. It's okay.
Roasted.
All right.
Tyax just says,
I'm
"You
lock
gonna
the door
take
behind
that?"
I'll take it out on you, and then I'm just gonna close the door behind me.
Yeah, after gaining that information, I'm not hanging out on the friendship bed with Ymir and Raimi. What a fucking nightmare. I'm gonna go to my private quarters and see what Ymir crafted for me. And I like it.
Shiloh's gonna look to the two of them and see that everyone else is left. And debate whether or not they should be left alone, but the idea of third wheeling frightens her, so she's also gonna leave and be like, well, hope you two enjoy staring at the stars. I'm gonna... Goodbye. Just gonna walk away.
Wait, so Amir like sits up and she's like, nobody wants to explore this beautiful mansion I've created? We haven't even started drinking yet.
I mean, if you'd like to give a tour, feel free, but I feel a little bit weird sitting on the friendship bed.
Kayla
I will
Taria
say
comes
that
in with her tequila.
all of their rooms. I will say that all of their rooms does have the mirror in it. That mirror where you see yourself before all the pain. That's in everybody's room.
Meknon
thought you
sees
meant one on
himself
the
as an
ceiling.
egg.
Yeah. So. So I don't know if anybody would want to leave the room just before that.
I think Tyax was placed into these calculations. He just sees himself
Oh
now.
yeah.
He just sees himself.
Tyrex has
It's
a
just
bed kind of
mirror.
like floating. Yeah, Tyrex has a bed in the middle of the living room that's kind of floating above. You know?
This would absolutely have like a ton of lava lamps, like a terrible water bed in like those like 70s.
This
like,
mirror is on the ceiling.
Like the wood
Red robe.
paneling.
Absolutely.
Hell yeah. It looks like Austin Powers' room on the plane. If anyone's seen Austin Powers Gold member, you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Alright.
Yeah, Shiloh will look to the two of them and be like, well, Ymir, if you'd like to give a tour, feel free. I don't feel like traversing on my own unless you just want to sit here and have some time between the two of you.
Shiloh, I hope you're not feeling jealous. You know I only have eyes for you.
I'm gonna leave now. It's just gonna walk in a direction. Doesn't know where she's going. It's probably not the direction of her bedroom.
Shiloh, about this time, you feel a buzz in your pocket and you hear a voice say,
Hello.
Okay, hello again. We got a little bit cut off last time. I just wanted to reiterate, amazing that you found the items that you have wanted to found. I hope that everything is going well. I also just want to say, once again, you do have that item that I gave you. If you do need anything, it is still there for you to use. We haven't really received any orders yet, but it is there. I hope everything is going well.
I'm gonna put it to my chest and go, do we need anything from the surface?
More
We need to
wine.
put in like a food order or something.
So yeah, just make sure you
I
put
mean,
it
if you can
in
get more
the...
wine. Like booze.
There is no reply, because it can only do it once per day. But you guys know you do have that item, that chest, secret chest thing.
Yeah.
No, remember,
Do we have a
Shiloh, I
list
put
of things that we can
alcohol.
pick
You
up?
have a whole alcohol cabinet in your room that I put in there for you.
That's true.
I appreciate that you think that this is the thing that would represent me. It's very thoughtful, if not a wee bit misplaced.
Oops. No, it's just that I know that you love drinks, so I put a cabinet of drinks in there just in case you liked it. If you tell me more about yourself, then I can do better next time.
I'll grab a bottle of wine and then you can ask me whatever you like. I'm gonna go walk and grab one and bring it back.
Hell yeah.
Okay.
I'll be gone for like 5 minutes, but
Okay.
Hannah, I believe the item is in your inventory. That
And there is a list. It's
Yeah,
you
there
have to
is
scroll
a
way up in
list.
our chat, but it's there.
I think I
Yes.
probably pinned it somewhere. I can't remember. But yeah, that
it
is
is in group notes. If
I
we
will.
needed
Yeah,
things.
if it is there, if just in general, it was a mechanic that I think was forgotten about. Reminding that you don't have to use it, but it's there.
Well, I can't use any. If anyone else would like to order things, great. I can't use any spell slot, any more attunement slots, because the fucking tome won't let me use the other two because that was the negative. But if anyone
Damn.
wants other things, that's fun.
I'm all full with my attunement slots as well. I'm pretty sure. Yeah,
Yeah, good.
I'm pretty full.
I'm gonna be honest, I have no idea what that is. So I'm just gonna say that's okay.
I mean, if you guys have a night, you could like auto-tune to something, do the chest, and then re-attune to, like, if you have 2 hours. But yeah, it's there as a reminder. Alright, so others are off on their own. Calithria is in the large room. She's just kind of sat on a chair by the fire and is sipping at her bottle of tequila happily. She's like, she still has the covering over her eyes and she's just smiling really pleasantly and staring off into the distance.
What a queen.
Is there anything anyone would like to do for this night?
There is. I do want to talk to Remy, but I'm also wondering if other people want to go too, so that I can hear what they're doing in this mansion.
I realize that I've separated myself from this, from any possibility of conversations. So, Maddie, what do I have to roll to figure out how well this goes?
How well what goes? You trying to kill Tyax? Or you trying to...
No, but I do think that there are just the sound of loud clapping coming from my room. I just want to see
see.
how well that went.
Okay, cool. Roll me a performance check.
I wish my internet was still out.
Okay, what do I add to performance?
Are you
Okay,
boning Tyax
okay.
right now?
Hmm?
Are you boning
Attempting
Tyax?
to. We'll see how the roll goes.
Yeah.
Attempting is wild work.
A size difference has got to throw a wrench in things. That's all I'm saying.
Look,
Okay, that is a
if you try hard enough.
slutty 20.
Alright.
Oh my god.
Can you
An
roll
extra
me a
slutty 20.
perception check?
Not even in
What?
the friendship bed.
Why, of all things, why perception? Okay, we're back to my -1s on all wisdom rolls. Let's go. That is a 9.
Okay. It's pretty fun. You have a good time. Unfortunately, you don't realize till the morning that Tyax stole 10 gold from you while it was happening.
That's fine. I think it doesn't take the whole night. It's like a solid 30-40 minute activity. Then I wash myself off and I just come back to the main group.
Yep.
So
Stress
did
relief.
Apollo like have sex
Clap
with somebody?
cheeks and
Yep.
then
No,
came
Mecca.
back.
Clap cheeks and then be social.
I love the idea that Ymir had all these like secret passageways into all the rooms or whatever, and like went to go check at one point is just scarred.
Yeah.
Powerful tale.
With
sure.
Tyrax, no less? Oh my god. Okay.
While staring at yourself
Alright.
as an egg, because there's the huge mirror in the room. So there's egg you clapping cheeks.
Sigmund Freud would have a fucking field day with Meknon.
Oh my god.
Shiloh's
I'm
gonna
gonna
go
roll for
get.
psychic damage.
I would willingly. Take
I
5
come
at this
back.
point.
I have a post-coital glow.
You're smoking another cigarette.
I'm smoking another cigarette. I'm fully shirtless. I just rock up and I'm like, so what's the deal with the bed? What's going on here?
Okay, before they come back, because I do want to have a moment with
Remy.
oh
of
my god.
course.
With Remy before people come back.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you
So
have
I'm
30
gonna
to
be
40-minute period
Yeah, you have
before.
30 to
Yeah.
40 minutes. You're
Yes.
killing.
They'll have a 40-minute
So
timer of clapping.
Yeah. The two
okay,
of
so I will
you.
wait until everybody says what they're doing, and then I will say what I was doing while they were gone.
Yeah.
So,
Shiloh and Sol, were you doing anything in particular?
If I hear people drinking and hanging out, I will come out because Soul gets FOMO.
Real. I reckon that will happen around when Mechnon returns. And Shiloh?
Yeah.
Shiloh was gonna go grab a couple of bottles from her room. Can I ask, considering it's Ymir's perception of a person prior to the pain, what does Shiloh see in the mirror?
Well, I think like it was a really high insight check, and also Ymir was there when you told your backstory to Tobias that one time. So I reckon it's just you with fuller cheeks and less pale skin, and you don't look as much like a vampire, but you still kind of look like yourself.
I'll go one further. Remember way back in like one of the first layers we were dealing with Orishada and Shiloh gave up the image of a person?
Uh-huh.
That's what she sees in the mirror.
Brutal.
Yeah, and she's just gonna sit there. She's gonna have a bottle to herself when she sees that, which will give you enough time to have your conversation prior to her getting back.
Incredible. So, Raimi and Ymir are looking up at the stars. Kayla 3 is in the corner and seems to be meditating and not really paying attention.
Does Soul and Soul and Mechnon see the mirror and have anything to it? Or not yet?
I think when I go
think-
to leave my room, I'll
Okay.
notice that.
Okay. For now, I'm going to... Yeah, go ahead.
I think when I'm also about to leave my room and I'm properly getting a look at myself, it's a scrappy, yeah. I think it's like pre-conqueror vibe. This is like urchin on the streets of Timanther, with like, I think it's the day that they got their first little like shiv knife. The day, because once he started down a path of violence, it just kind of snowballed into what he is now. So he sees the day before he started being purposefully violent.
Soul, when they look in the mirror, it's them from maybe 6 months ago. Just eyes brighter, posture better. It pretty much looks like Soul, but you know when you have like a sensory memory, like you almost like smell something and it reminds you of something. Seeing this version of Soul, she can almost feel hands on her shoulder, like somebody who was there with her that just isn't anymore. There's an emptiness when she looks back at this version of herself who had something.
I do want to say, I don't know if it will cause this, but I do want to say that I wanted the image in the mirror to be something that brings some form of comfort. It's not like, yes, it's hard to see it, but like, I was ideally hoping for something that you see in yourself that re-sparks something in you that is positive. If that makes any difference in any way.
Yeah, I think for me, for Mechnon sees things like, oh yeah, I wasn't always dude with, and I'm looking at all my titles, I'm like, I didn't
Humble
always
beginnings.
have those.
Shiloh just cocks her
Before
head
I
and goes,
killed my first dragon and I got a sick ass belt.
with my shiv. Yeah, Shiloh's just gonna look in the mirror and go, God, I would have made a terrible blonde. And then continue to down her fucking drink.
Soul's just mostly seeing that it's bittersweet in the sense that like she'd love to feel like that again. It's just not there yet.
So while everybody is away, Ymir's going to keep looking up, but she's going to say, Remy, I just wanted to apologize again because it really stayed with me what you said, that you felt very judged by me and that I wasn't willing to really listen to you and get to know you. And I really want to apologize for that because I never want to make you feel that way. And if you're open to it, I would love to actually know more about who you are. If you're okay with sharing a little bit about why this god is so special, and maybe I will get to think he's pretty cool too.
I mean, there's not much more to know. And the whole time, she's not making eye contact with you. She's just staring up at the ceiling, and specifically the stars that she hasn't seen since she went down into the hells. And even then, she probably didn't see much before that. And she just goes, he's... Well, I mean, obviously a father, but also a father figure, you know? My real parents weren't all that great, and he's just old reliable. Not that I'm calling him old, and she just kind of like looks around a little bit and like waits to see if she'll get smited. And then when she doesn't, she just calms down again and goes, it's there's not much more to tell. It's just all I have. It's stability for me.
Do you think you love him because he's reliable?
Kind of pauses. And she goes, I think so. I don't know if he's like always reliable, but he's more reliable than most things, for sure. You know?
Hmm. Do you think you're always reliable to him?
Yeah, I mean, I try and be. I have to help him. You know? It's my job. It's my duty.
Hmm. Do you think that his duty is to love you as his daughter?
I'm not entirely sure. It's hard to say, because I don't... If you want to, make an insight check real fast.
Yeah, okay.
Separate from the one you did earlier.
Yeah. 18 plus my, I think, is it 12? Maddie,
Lucky.
what is my insight?
Yeah, I'll bring it up.
It's okay. I mean, that's gonna blow anything I do out of the water. I won't even roll. I think it's pretty easy to tell, especially with the how that she's faltering trying to answer this question. Raimi doesn't have a good father figure structure. She doesn't know what it's like, and obviously, you know, seeing the way that all of these other friends of hers, you know, Shiloh, for example, Meknon being a father, thank you, it's still not a good representation. She has not in her life been friends with someone who has a good father or is a good father or anything like that. And so this like facsimile of fatherhood that she has with Ball is all that she has, and there is zero frame of reference. So for her, everything she's surrounded by has been normal. And so she thinks, and she kind of finally says out loud, it's a back and forth. That's just how it goes. I don't think it's a love thing. I think it's like just getting on and getting things done and fulfilling our purposes.
I can kind of understand that. I actually don't have a father myself. I've never met him. I don't know what he's like. I've never had that in my life ever. The only man in my life is the brother we saved. And she like looks towards the phylactery that she has.
Yeah, sorry about that, by the way.
You didn't, and then she just very, like, takes a moment and goes, you didn't know, Raimi. And then she goes, but I guess I'm just curious because a lot of the things that you're saying to me remind me of the relationship that I have with my own mother. Because like you kill for your father out of love and out of obligation, I would flirt with others. I would find different ways to give her power and bring her power. And I kind of just only lived for her. But I guess at a point, I started forgetting my own identity and who I am and started only finding it again once I was with you all. And I guess I'm just curious, how do you stay true to your identity and who you are while also constantly caring for this incredibly powerful father who you barely get to speak to.
I think it'll pay back eventually, right? I mean, look at you. You're really powerful. You did all this. And that came from how you helped serve your mother for a while. I'm just waiting on that to happen. It'll happen eventually. I mean, look at Calithria, right?
And I just look over at Calithria, who's just sipping tequila while meditating. And I just go, she's all powerful. She's got so much knowledge to her, and she got it through Kellenvor. So I'm just waiting on it the dividends to pay off, or whatever finance bros say.
I don't really know what I'm waiting for. I guess I'm waiting for something that feels safe and home, so I don't have to just keep doing it anymore. Because after a while, it just gets tiring for me, But I guess for me, I just kept thinking that if I ever had a daughter or a son or whoever, that I would never make them do anything to prove their love to me. I would just let them be them.
Raimi falls silent for a good amount of time, and you can see her eyes stop tracing the stars trying to find constellations above, and instead they just stare at one spot, unfocused, as she digests what you're saying. And without further word, after a moment, she just stands and she goes,
Are there laundry services around here?
And then Ymir points to her room, and she says that actually in your room there's a door, and if you open it up, there's a washer and dryer right there for you.
Fantasy washer and dryer. It's just some guy. It's like one of those invisible servants with a bucket.
She is going to stand and move over to that room rather quickly. And passing by the mirror, it's not difficult to avoid eye contact for a moment, but she still can't help but look down at it. Specifically down because the figure of herself that is more innocent than she is now is her when she was a kid. And in her reflection's hands, this young, bright-eyed child is a little mess of cloth and straw. And it looks like a prototype version, like version 1 of the sackcloth ferret, the little weasel that she keeps with her now. And she looks so happy holding it. But Raimi herself, as she is now, moves rather quickly past this and goes over to the room where the laundry is, and she pulls off her cape and just kind of lays it out on the ground in front of her. And over the course of their adventures, it's gathered a lot of blood, and she has made no effort to clean it off. It's covered in the gore of various demons, and at a couple moments in time, she specifically was twisting the cape so it would pick up the most amount of blood that she could while she was in combat. But this time she kind of stares at it with a little less reverence and a little bit more sorrow. And she just looks down at it and then up again at the ceiling. And closing her eyes for a moment and touching her hand to the center of her sternum, she just goes,
Is it leading to something? Can you prove them wrong?
And she's going to try and cast her channel divinity, her divine intervention.
Okay, roll a d100. The DC is, are you guys level 15?
15 now, yeah.
I forgot to change the images again.
Ooh.
It was
When we get to
92.
Stygia, we're 16 though, so
You may as well just wait till 16.
yeah.
It was a 92. The silence is cold. And it's broken by an incredibly soft knock on the glass of the mirror outside of your room, Raimi.
Leave the cape and stand and go open it.
You see Calithria standing behind the door.
Hey, hi.
Hello. May I come in?
Yeah, it's It's kind of a mess in here, but
It's perfectly clean. She hasn't done anything to it, but she nevertheless parts open the door and lets Calithria in.
She steps in and lets it close softly behind her.
how can I help?
I was wondering if I might help you.
I'm fine. I'm good. I was just doing laundry and prayers and all that.
I couldn't help but overhear your reference to myself and my relationship to Kelemvor.
Yeah, I meant to ask, what is it like with Kelemvor? Does he talk to you, or I guess give any, like, how do you know you're doing the right thing with him?
I don't need to know. With my faith, it is not that Kelemvor grants me power. It is that I hold faith and connection that I can reach out beyond my own realm, touch but a small part of the divine magic that I can channel in his name. It is something that is formed deeply through our connection through faith and trust and shared ideals. Kelemvor, while he has expectations for those who follow him, he knows that only people who share faith in what he does can truly access his power and become a cleric, a priestess, or otherwise. We help him find humanity on the material plane, where most would otherwise not understand.
So then what happens if you stop sharing ideals with him, or you decide that it's maybe not the best route? Does he just throw you in the mud?
No. I suspect it would be myself who would throw him in the mud.
Raimi is definitely on the verge of tears, which is unusual for her. She's never not smiling, but this entire time since entering the mansion, she's been deathly, like stony in her expression. And very slowly, she pulls out her Amulet of the Devout from underneath her armor and just kind of rests it on top of this breastplate. And she just goes,
I don't know what to do anymore. I'm not sure that he's even there or listening or cares. I mean, I thought I was his daughter. I did all of this for him, and I don't know what I'll have if I stop doing it now.
Do you know the story of Baal?
It was told to me in a bit of a muddy sort of sense. It's a little bit biased, I imagine, given that they told me that I would be serving him as they killed me. What's your version?
Baal was once a god, the god of murder, very much unaligned with my personal deity, but he was a god. And then there was an event where many of the gods were ripped from their own plane and made mortal. And during that time, Baal knew that he was in a great amount of danger, for if he was killed by another mortal, they would take his godhood, his immortality. So he made certain arrangements to make sure that power could never be taken from him. So he sired many children who came to be known as Baalspawns. Then, when he was killed by Cyric, who then took his place and became the god of lies, Baal should have been destroyed, but only held on because of his blood connections to his spawn. However, he could never truly return while they still lived. So slowly, he began killing each and every one of them, slowly gaining his power back, until only a few remained, one among them being Saravok, who sought to take the power for himself. He was thwarted and ended up becoming the high priest of Baal himself. I'm telling you this because Baal did not create your line in order to have followers. You exist for exactly what you ended up being. A sacrificial lamb in a desperate plead for power. Why are you here, Raimi? You're here to get your soul, but what else for? What mission are you on?
She takes a moment to just kind of stare down at her feet, knowing that she probably shouldn't mention it, but at this point, with Kalithira's eyes, best as she can see them staring into her, she just goes,
I was supposed to help Asmodeus a little bit, or get some leverage over him. It was a bit of a negotiation. I needed to gather some artifacts, some souls, some sources of power. Something about a deal.
and this is also Diana trying to remember exactly, because
That's
it's
right.
mentioned once at the very beginning of this.
A deal that has been long negotiated. Asmodeus once knew how to become a god, and it seems Baal would like that information. So once again, you are being used to give another power. That is something a god should never ask for. They have much already. Instead, they share it amongst their followers so they may carry out their beliefs and help others share a little bit of their essence with those who find themselves able to reach it. I can feel his presence, even now, not because he allows me to, but because I can. You don't worship a god, Raimi. You're the prisoner of a rather cruel patron.
Raimi casts a glance over to the shield that she has over in the corner of the room, and she rather unceremoniously just kind of stands from the bed and goes over to it and crouches in front of it for a sec, spinning it around to show where the wrapping is on the back side of the handle that has the teeny tiny inscription of the symbol of Baal carved into the leather. And she just kind of runs her thumb over it a little bit, having embedded a bunch of blood over the course of the years into the symbol to make it stick out a little bit more against the brown gray of the leather. And she just goes,
Thanks for telling me. I think If you don't mind, I'd like to be alone for a sec.
That is quite all right. And without
She
another
just
word,
starts.
Calithria leaves.
As she's leaving, I'm going to start unraveling the leather from the handle. And once that's done, I'll just kind of set it aside and then go over to the cape that she had and not trusting the invisible servant to do it, but instead grabbing a bit of soapy water and a brush for herself, very manually, staring straight ahead the whole time, brushing the blood out of the white fur. And she'll spend the night doing that.
Meknon, you emerge from your room, leaving behind Tyax.
A wetty.
Just as your other friends emerge from their own rooms to see Amir sitting in the middle of this bed, looking over to where Raimi has just disappeared.
Look to you, Amir.
Amir, you're muted. You're muted.
muted.
So you're muted.
You're so muted.
Yeah,
Okay.
you're good.
Emir's kind of just like laying there, by the way, like very anxiously, like twiddling her finger. It's like, have I said
Yeah, I'm
too
gonna
much?
look.
Did the right
I just see
thing? I'm
you-
like super anxious.
I just see you fidgeting. I say, we're supposed to be relaxing. Why do you risk?
What? I am relaxing. What do you mean? Why aren't you relaxing? I am so relaxed right now. I've never been more relaxed in my life.
Okay, calm
What
down.
are you doing?
What's going on? Oh no.
I just I don't know. I wanted to talk to Raimi more, and I don't know if I said all the wrong things. She just got up and left.
From what I gather about Raimi, I don't think the right thing exists to say. What were you trying to communicate?
You know, I have a question for you that keeps circulating in my mind. Did you ever
Okay.
talk to your own daughter like this? Because it's nice.
Yeah, at this point, I don't know if the communal bed has a headboard, but I am just gonna rest my arms on it. Say, well, yes, my daughter is a better speaker than I am, and I knew that should she want to, there would be a career for her in the managing and politic of Empire, so I did invest time into making sure that she could communicate what she needed to say.
You know, when I first met you, you made it very clear that you didn't want any friendship, that none of us were friends, none of us were close. And yet, now I can't help but notice that you've become the father figure of the group. And you're always checking in on us and treating us
no.
as much more than a friend, but
no.
a family.
Oh no, oh no, ugh. I
Brother,
think
ugh.
I'm less of a father figure. I think if I position myself as a father figure, multiple people, including you, will try to stab me. I think I've positioned myself more in the let's not kill each other yet figure.
For somebody who's doing just that, you're being awfully friendly and kind. You could just, I don't know, do it in much less tasteful ways. It kind of feels like you're starting to care about us. And like Amir smiles a little bit at Meknon.
I'll let out one chuckle. And Magnon will say, yeah. The dungeon to get the Rancer was introspective, and then I saw myself as an egg and as a young man before violence. So, it's been a night. I don't think I'm awake right now.
At that moment, I'll have Shiloh come in with about 2 bottles, through maybe 3 in hand, like, dual wielding, doing, like, the girl grip, and being like, "There's a creepy-ass blonde lady standing in my room in my mirror, and I need that sorted, otherwise I'm sleeping right here," and is gonna throw the bottles onto the bed.
I think it's us, because I saw me before I had my first kill.
I also do want to say that everyone can see everybody else's images too.
That's
I
horrible.
feel
If they
well,
if they
it's
go in
the
the
idea
room.
that you get to see the sweetest
Nobody is allowed to see
versions of
Mechan's
themselves.
Figura.
I think I'm gonna need more bottles if this is the kind of evening we're gonna be having. I'm gonna walk back and go get more.
Yeah, Solstice hears the clinking and enters the room, as I'm assuming that means
What
we're
you
partying.
doing?
Yes.
I'm gonna
Oh,
go to
hey,
Emir
we
and
having a party?
what did you do to the mirrors? I've never shown anybody what I looked like before.
I don't know. I just wanted to find a way to show that that's how I see you all.
You see me as a preteen about to have their first murder? That's
I see you as a being that is much softer than he lets on somewhere deep inside, that is
If you
capable
were
of
a
a lot
member
of
of my
love
army,
and
I'd have you
goodness.
court-martialed for saying that, but I would allow it tonight.
I guess the thing is really working.
You made a very pleasant environment. I would be remiss to not be. Well, I go to say thankful, cannot say that shit.
Acknowledge.
Respectful.
Damn, Tyax should have sex with you more often.
Ymir, like, just keeps smiling.
Post-coital
and
Mechan
then
is
she,
nice,
like,
and that's the only time.
He actually
Ymir-
tips.
Bring me a service
Ymir
worker right now.
pours
I'll shake their
alcohol.
hand.
Ymir keeps smiling and like pours some alcohol into Mechnon's cup. Cheers.
I will nod. I'll say, no, you're old. No, I was. At what age do you start drinking in Menzoberranzan?
Well, I don't know. One of the times that my mother first wanted me to charm my way out of something to get her this jewelry that she really wanted from this man's house, I was too nervous, so I took his alcohol and I chugged it all, and then charmed my way into getting the jewelry. So I must have been maybe 9 or 10. So not too bad. I think so too.
Menzoberranzan is mainly a woman-led society. Do you know your father?
No, I never met him. I have no idea what he's like. The only man in my life is my brother, and I love him quite a bit. But the men, as you know, our place is infamous, and we are known for not exactly taking to mankind very well. It's all us women there. But, so, long story short, no, I don't really know my father. But my mother was kind of both.
I think
You
in
might be better off.
Shiloh comes back with 5 more bottles.
noble houses of Menzoberranzan, it is actually extremely common for people not to know who their father is, because most noble matron mothers just take on random lovers until something sticks, and they're mostly like just servants.
Real. To say, well, you might be better off. Fathers aren't all that they're made out to be. Or sometimes they're exactly what they're made out to be.
Did you know your father, Mechnon?
Oh, yes. He was my first kill. Yeah.
Wow. Emir just kind of looks over at him. It's like, I guess you haven't really
Personal
known
brand.
anything else, but death, huh?
Well, Menzoberranzan, you, as a culture, get rid of those that don't serve your purposes. My father was the same. I grew up on the streets, but my father was a very rich man. And he already had one child. What use had he of another? So I made him regret his choice. And then I took what was mine. And I haven't stopped yet. I just... Little sip.
None of us know our
What do you
fathers.
think?
What even is a father, truly?
Shiloh is
say
seeing the interaction
me as
going on, and
phylactery
it's just gonna
dangling around
walk
my neck.
slightly. Shiloh's gonna see this, grab a bottle, grab a wine glass to herself, and is gonna walk into the corner of the room and like play in the little garden area away from this.
Amir's going to say this and invite Shiloh in to join them with like a little hand. I thought you said
Oh,
that we just have to get a couple drinks on you for you to talk to us.
we're all complaining about our fathers. It's circle time.
And Solstice
Right.
is here too, so
Yes, I'm
Solstice,
not
you want to tell us about
volunteering
your
in
dad?
I would give money for Solstice to be like, yeah, I fucking love my dad. He was the best. We had a great time. I had a really good childhood.
I like this is just a daddy issues support club.
Not me. Fucking love my dad. Do, 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 do.
My childhood was not terrible. I learned a lot of skills from my father. He was very intelligent. What wasn't intelligent of him was leaving me behind when I was about 14. And at least he trained me well enough to get on by myself. So I appreciated him while he was around, and when he left, fuck him, right? Who needs a
Yeah.
father?
I'll raise a glass to that.
Kayla 3
will.
emerges from
Drink.
Raimi's room and takes her own seat with her tequila. She pours it out to whoever wants it, and she just says, "My father is still alive.
Oh, congratulations.
He
I
is
guess my dad could...
he's coming up on his second 1,000 years, and he's doing quite well, all things considered. Yeah.
well, they like keep talking about this. Amir's going to write a little note and say, take your time. It's been really lovely getting to know you. But anytime you want to join us back, you're welcome back with us, and like some other sweet stuff as she's going to slip the note under
Kiss, kiss,
Raymond's
heart.
room.
Kiss, kiss, heart, love. Hug, kiss, kiss, love.
Yeah, yeah. It's,
Hey, Raimi, we're all talking about our dads. You should really join.
We feel
Slide
like
a
you'd
little
have a
bottle
lot
of
to say.
tequila underneath the door as well.
yeah.
Airplane size.
Hell yeah.
And Shiloh, your dad.
God, what a cunt. Downs my drink.
Everyone cheers.
Hey.
I feel like we need a
Nani
cunt
your
counter for
door.
Hannah's
Yeah,
performance in this
yeah.
show so far.
Amir just
Look.
takes a drink.
The Scottish accent,
CC.
it just fits.
Yeah, it does.
I don't know, you guys heard my wee monologue sheeping in the corner while I was having the conversation with my brother, so I mean, you can imagine how my father was. He wasn't always that way, though. He was okay.
Yeah, time
Let's
passes and dads get worse.
Well, no, my mother died.
Grief will make fathers be really like unwise.
Soul's like, I know that's right.
Hey.
Everyone
My
gives a little
daughter's
bit of a side
phylactery
eye.
is hanging on a chain around my neck. And my damn dads are wild anyway, daughter.
And I think we will take a small pause in this conversation to take our break. We will be back in 10 minutes' time to continue on with this. Grab a drink, do what you need to do. We'll be right back. Hello and welcome back. So, you're talking about
Daddy
your
issues?
fathers. You're talking about daddy issues.
What even is a father?
I can be your father figure, but your daddy head in my- Is there anything else you guys are doing or saying or talking about throughout this night as it begins to get a little later and all of you start to feel a little sleepy?
Can I roll to see how much I drink and how well how I'm doing?
Constitution
Can you
saving
roll on
throw.
that table again?
Do you want to
The
roll? Do
carousing
you want to
table?
roll on the carousing table?
I
I
can
think we
get
want to
the
roll on
still
the
wanna-
carousing table.
I still want to talk a little bit,
Of
but I do want to
course.
roll on crossing table.
While I get up the carousing table,
Shiloh,
15. I think I'm holding it down.
how do you feel after getting your brother back?
Shiloh goes to clutch the phylactery that now sits at her chest. And is going to kind of take it off a little string that hangs lower than the chain that now sits very, very tightly. It has not become less than a choker in a long time, and it seems like the closer and closer that you guys get to Malbog, it's just getting fucking tighter. She kind of takes the phylactery and just kind of shakes it, and there's like a little curl at the corner of her mouth, as if there's some joy in just being able to just harass her brother a little bit. You know, I've spent my whole life building up to the moment that I would be queen. I've always felt quite robbed of it. And now that I have it in my hand, I must say it's a lovely feeling.
You feel free from burden?
I
You've
feel as
achieved a
if
goal?
I've paid my price for it and never saw any return. I'm glad to be finally seeing the return.
Your brother mentioned something. It seemed like, maybe I'm wrong, I don't know how these sort of things work. He also has entered some sort of relationship. Was I mistaken?
Yes, he made a deal with Asmodeus in order to protect himself, protect his family. And unfortunately, it didn't go exactly to plan. Which is
That's
a
a shame.
shame. You should make his deals more wisely.
Like you?
I didn't make my deal. I simply inhabited it.
Another shame.
Agreed.
Well,
Ymir's
I'm-
also a little bit drunk at this point, so she's just gonna say, "You would make such a beautiful queen. I would come just to see you all the time." And
You're
then
more
go
than welcome
back
to.
to sleep.
We can build
I
our
will.
own friendship bed.
Ymir goes, "Oh my goodness, really?" And she doesn't
Shiloh
like
feels a
wait
little bit bad for like pulling and goes, "Yeah, absolutely. If you come to visit, we'll make a big friendship bed. I suppose I'll have the power to do that now."
we're going to plant
She's
a
delighted.
tree, and
And
then
she,
we're going
like-
to build a house around the tree, and we're going to carve our bed into the tree.
Ymir like gets very happy and she just goes, "Yeah," and then she like gently leans her head against Shiloh's shoulder.
Shiloh shoots up. Not like that.
Oh,
Wait a
break-
minute.
How about the
oh,
carousing
break
table?
down the friendship
Wait a
bed.
minute. Wait a minute. Yeah, Shiloh looks a little uncomfortable with the touch, but doesn't like pull away. She just goes very stiff. Absolutely. You're all more than welcome to visit as soon as I've moved my brother's family far out of the castle. Be plenty of rooms
I'm gonna
left.
look to Soul.
Hmm.
So, how does it feel to be the only one not with a phylactery in your hands yet?
I
Ooh.
can't say I'm not a little jealous, but I am nothing if not patient.
How many more layers until we get to yours?
Maddie makes me roll to see if my deception check is good.
I was like, I don't remember that shit being on the character sheet. I'm pretty sure that was like
It
the
was the
opposite, man.
It was sarcasm. She's just very dry. Sorry, what was that, Magnon?
How many more layers until we get to yours?
I'm second to last. Save the best for the end.
Ooh, fuck. Okay.
Tania,
well,
right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Look, Shiloh, do you know who the Archdevil there is, or do you also have something with that one, or just your patron that you have the weird tension with?
You know, funnily enough, they're quite territorial. You can't really fuck around with more than one, and to be honest, I can barely
That's not
handle the
what
single.
I saw. That's not what I saw.
You know, my patron abandoned me after that interaction. Let's not go there. Shiloh looks around
Not
as
a
if
healthy
fucking Glazia is
relationship.
gonna come down from the ceiling and smite her. I am a bit worried about our visit to Malbog, but hopefully with some of the gifts that we've collected along the way, I can appease her.
You're
It's not
gonna
a
give her
healthy
the.
relationship. You can do better.
You're gonna give her the
The horn.
shell. Yeah, the horn.
Aye.
Is that something she's been looking for, or is that something you just think's
I think
gonna
that-
tickle her fancy?
I think it'll tickle her fancy. I think for many of the archdevils to be able to listen in on the abyss in any capacity is interesting. Any way to get a leg up on Asmodeus, they tend to bite at. And while I can't exactly apologize for my transgressions with Fierna, maybe she won't smite me upon entering the lair, which I must say would be an inconvenience to all of us if that happened.
Kinda
Again,
I'll
nice
do
that-
my best to protect you.
Yeah, you can't touch me like this in that lair. That would be extremely bad.
I get
it's
that your
kinda-
deal was made for you, but why does she even bother to keep you around if you have to appease her for power?
Shiloh's hand almost instinctively runs to the collar around her neck, and shoots a glance towards Magnon and goes, "Even great beings need a pet. They need entertainment, they need pretty things to keep on their shelf, and I am a pretty thing. I am entertaining, I am plaything in a lot of ways, one that she is not keen to give up nor to share."
Kinky.
Ymir is very sad about this, and she just goes, "I would never put you on my shelf."
I don't even know how it happens, but somehow Shiloh is stroking Ymir's hair behind her. They're boozed, and she's just running through, and there's not a single tangle. It's so smooth, and even Shiloh kind of looks to it, expecting something different, and it's just perfect. I appreciate that, Ymir, but some things are meant to be kept on a shelf, and I'm okay with being kept.
You think you want to be on a shelf?
No, but the advantage from being on the shelf is better than being on the floor.
But
Isn't
we're on the
a-
floor right now.
I thought we were in a bed, Ymir.
But the bed is on the floor, not on the shelf.
Okay, and I'm gonna
Shiloh.
take her glass away.
I pick it up, down it.
You're done.
Oppression.
Mm.
That's what she represents. in all of its kinds. Absolute power over people.
So,
I have to say she's not hard on the eyes either, so I mean, quite happy to follow along.
I'm just nodding. She's like, yeah, I can understand that.
have you two? Because from the way that nope, Fiona was interacting with you, it felt like there was something.
No, Glacia has never ventured so far. And you can see like a little bit of bitterness. No, I haven't. And Shiloh looks, because I actually think I wrote this down. She's like, it's been about 3 decades since I've ever been that close. I was 59.
I don't understand. Even when I had military camp jesters, you would still check in with them. Or if you had an agent, you would also set up regular check-ins. It feels like you're somehow both, but also neither.
There is a furrow of the brow as Shiloh ponders this, a question that she's asked herself many a time. And there is no answer to it, one that is not satisfactory. She's just going to look to you, Neknon, and I am at the whim of the archdevils. They are not at the whim of mine. I hope that once I become who I'm meant to be, those check-ins will become more frequent. One day I will be worth her time.
How she controls you, isn't it?
I shoot Calithria a nasty look.
I wonder if you might have more power over her now that you have companions. I suppose it was a lot easier when you were lonely.
Let's hope she doesn't find that out.
I'm sure she
Ymir-
already knows.
Ymir's going to like gently place her hand on Shiloh's back and do like
Shiver
a
up the spine.
comforting. It's like
Does Soul have any curse stuff on them still?
No,
The
everything's good.
gloves.
Hey.
Oh, okay.
Hey.
Don't snitch.
It's not cursed. It's not cursed. It gives me +2 to my armor class.
And they look fucking sick.
And they look really cool. And I like them quite a lot.
Are they the ones? Okay, are these the gloves that made you immediately step up to a goddamn demon lord and get you sent to a prison?
I think you're mistaken. It must have been a different set of bracers.
Okay, I'm gonna look to you and say, your bracers. Take them off. They're cursed.
No.
It's bad. You got sent into a prison by a demon lord.
Anybody could have been sent into a prison.
No, not if you kept your mouth shut, which those bracers stopped you from.
I'll keep my mouth shut in the future when talking to Baphomet or whoever
No,
the
you
fuck you're
won't.
talking to.
No,
Yeah, I will.
you won't.
Yeah, I will.
Don't lie.
Yeah, I will.
Don't lie.
I'm not lying. I'll keep my mouth shut. You'll find out what happens if I keep my mouth shut, though.
Don't make me cast circle. Don't make me cast Zone of Truth. I have the spell.
Cast it. I don't
powers,
fucking
too.
care. Cast it. I'll resist it. See what happens, Macnon. I'm not taking the bracers off.
Ooh. Okay.
Okay, well, how do we stop you from running your mouth? What compulsion do they drive you to?
Is that why you want to kill Remy?
No, that's a personal pleasure.
Oh.
This echoes out through the hallways, and Lily can hear this from her room.
No, I said that gently. I said that very gently. Unless you
And I
want me to
said-
not say it.
And I said that real loud.
I said it real loud. Nah, killing Remy's a personal pleasure for me.
Remy's like, why am I catching
Speaking
strain?
of, where is
Another
the
room.
wee one? Remy!
Yeah,
Where
change
should
the
she
subject.
go?
Remy, come
I
join.
passed, did she see the note
I
I
hear that?
passed under her door?
Yeah.
She is currently tucked away in the laundry room, kind of away from the door, I imagine. But after a point, she would definitely hear and see it. Like, she has good enough senses.
Mhm.
She'd know that
Yeah.
you're passing
Yeah.
a note to her.
Yeah, you do start hearing that, Remy. And you see the note having been passed under your door
Remy.
while you were cleaning your cloak.
What did you see in the
We're
mirror?
complaining about our fathers.
It's not more father talk.
She
Talk about
is
your
going
mom.
to. That's worse. You get how that's worse, right? And she, hearing all this commotion and unable to ignore the note any further, she just kind of bites off a little bit of thread that she had been sewing and sets her stuffed stoat, the newest version, up on her bed, and then goes to rejoin the group. And as she steps out, you guys can all see that her attire is noticeably cleaner. She cleans herself well enough, but you haven't seen her free of blood basically since you started your adventures with her. At this time, she's got this pristine white fur collar and cape behind her. And interestingly, she left her shield behind, and her breastplate is still on, but it looks like she's taken some steel wool and just like scraped away at the top layer of how shiny it is to make it so you can no longer see your reflection in it. And someone who she's attacking can no longer see their reflection in battle and watch their own light leave their eyes. She kind of
It's character growth.
shuffles over to you all and kind of plops down, not on the bed, just off the side of it, and reaches for the nearest bottle and takes a swig and goes,
What's up?
Ymir, like, eyes glisten, and she's like, Remy, I missed you. You're beautiful.
I
And
look at
just kind of
Shiloh.
like-
How drunk is she?
I mean,
Very.
Shiloh just looks to the pile of empty bottles beside them. She's had at least 2. Magnon's had, and is like trying to count, but like the fingers are going a little woozy.
Oh, God.
Magnon just says, I'm going on draconic measurements, so it's a little bit off. I'm fine.
The real dragons are like you.
Draconic
Oh, our-
sounds like a hiccup.
I don't think you can say that, Remy.
oh shit.
Wow, Remy, wow.
That's not
She
super
loses
cute.
faith, becomes racist. No,
I'm sorry, right? Cheers. Yes.
Isn't it usually,
yeah, right?
So when
Curse of
you all
Ham
see
looking
in the
ass.
weird mirror thing, I was blonde, which fucking weird.
Really?
Oh, I can
That's
show
not your
you.
color.
So she hears this conversation and she says,
Oh no.
"Well, just look." And then
Oh.
she like does the spell to like turn the top of the ceiling into like all of them together sitting down.
What is it with
That's-
you people in mirrors above beds? Is no one gonna question that?
The friendship bed's turning into something different, Ymir, I think, going forward.
What do you mean? That's where my
Magnon's already
imaginary
got
friends.
his. Did you not see the cigarette and the trousers?
Oh,
Magnon's trousers have been unzipped this whole time.
that's
Dang.
horrifying.
What? I am shirtless. I went, oh no, sorry.
Mechnon kind of looks like this pet lizard I had, so I can't see him as anything else.
This is indicative. People need to stop calling me a lizard. It's starting to hurt.
Oh, okay. But yeah,
Just
you
say that
can
to
see
myself.
like You can see everybody in their sweetest versions and all of us sitting together with it.
As you guys
Ymir
would
is
look up, you would
just
see
Ymir.
Raimi.
Shiloh, I like the blonde.
She shoots you a nasty look.
I think it's cute.
But it is the exact image of the person that she gave away to what's her name? Way back. This version of her is very like Shiloh looks better now. This version is like sickly and blonde and is clearly happy but very ill at the same time with blonde hair. She goes, "No. You don't look that much different. So what exactly happened between then and now? Just everything.
Just everything.
A rough couple weeks."
Yeah, Lemire could tell you.
The usual. I guess losing your loved one tends to take the sparkle out of your eyes a little bit.
And you can see, for the first time, Raimi, even when she was talking about it before, she was very like, it's not my... It was just a job to be like, who cares, get over it. This time she's avoiding all eye contact, just staring straight down at her fingers, just twiddling. She looks more sorrowful now than she did when you first approached her about it.
But I mean, as you're like seeing this too, I think in the mirror you would see the young version of Raimi having this moment too. In the tattered clothes and everything.
Well,
You know, just so you know, Solstice. Just so you know, okay?
Yeah. That's crazy. She was probably a kid once.
Sips tea.
So he's like,
Just
so
saying.
you're a kid. Well, this was what, like 100 something years ago, right? Yeah. Elves. One day,
wow.
Amia's
How
gonna
old
have
is
a
Ymir?
breakdown when she realizes how long humans live for. For context, drows live for about 500 years.
myself and
Oh my
Soul
God.
just being the short-lived people in the group, just being like, damn, it's wild out here.
And Raimi's human.
And Raimi.
Oh, you're
What do
here.
you think would have happened if we all met each other?
I just
during
didn't
this
act like a
version?
proper human for a while.
Just going to say, what do you think would have happened if we all met each other at this version of our lives?
Oh.
Think we would have been friends?
I think so. I think you're my friends now.
Okay, I don't know.
Kayla 3 is in the back making eye contact with Ymir going,
What does Calithria look like? Calithria looks the
"Ooh,
same.
is Kayla 3 there?" Okay.
Yes, yes.
You see a young, probably, like if it was compared to human years, like mid-20s, elven woman, who has very, she has these, I think she's probably got her hair left natural, and it's kind of got little pieces of jewelry in it, and she is still wearing her symbol of Kellamvor, but you do not see any references to the infernal parts of her body, and you can see her eyes, and they are this like very bright kind of golden hue. She's a sun elf, so that's the vibes you give her. She's kind of got these golden speckled freckles, and she definitely looks almost like the far more saturated version of herself that has since been turned down as she started gaining these infernal kind of visage. And she just looks up and she says, I suppose there has been tumultuous times since I've begun my journeys into the hells, but I'm very satisfied.
I would like to think that if we met back then we would have bonded through our mutual dislike for our parental figures, and maybe we would have protected each other and become a family.
Solstice absolutely hates this question, and you can see it on her face. I'll tell you guys the answer, but Solstice absolutely does not want to verbalize it. She sees a bunch of kids who have, like, down on their luck, having a terrible childhood, in need of something. And she sees all of the kids that she has brought into the monastery and taken care of over the years, and what she's been able to do for them, and she knows for a fact she would have taken in every single one of you. But all you see on Solstice's face is like that 1,000-yard stare of just like, that could have been it, but it's not.
In my mirror, I'm already holding a knife, so I don't know how well I'd play with people, but...
No, it's
get
before
along.
all the pain, is it? The image of it is it's before all the pain. Is it?
Oh,
I don't-
shit.
I
That
think
was
it's
the-
just
that was
the
the egg.
The main pain is.
Like,
Shyla points
Yeah.
up. She goes, "Do you see how thin I am?" She kind of points to like this kind of happy but frail figure. It's like, that's me about 6 months before I die. At least
You're
for the
really
first time.
happy.
I was. Had a great
I
life.
think that Micron's image shifts, and he is still like scrawny kid, probably like a couple of years, I'd say like 2-3 years before the one where he had the little shiv. And he is dressed in like some finery. He says, "Well, spoiled rich kid me. Yeah, maybe friends was on the table. I don't know."
Emir looks up and she like waves at Shiloh and Meknon's little images as her little self. Just goes, "Hello, I'm Emir. So nice to meet you."
That's
Aw.
so sad. They wave. Shiloh's little person is so lack of confidence, but waves back.
Mini Mechnon also waves and already has. I think when you've seen Mechnon like stand in battle, often has this like very like chest out, rigid, like broad stance. I think you see like a preteen do that and be there like, "I'm standing next to my father and I'm going to be very proper." Like, Maxwell Gotch fucking energy. Yeah, just like very that sort of energy with a very polite nod of the head, not even a wave, because that's too much. That's all.
Ymir is excitedly waving at the other two too. After seeing them, looking over and waving at Raimi and Solstice.
I think childhood Raimi would just look at Solstice.
Solstice
Like waiting for a
is
cue.
just, she's taking in every single kid, like eyes boring in, just like memorizing these little faces, like she has with so many kids before. She doesn't say anything, and she's like hands around her knees, just staring, surrounded by 4 kid versions of the people she's adventuring with.
So interesting
Is it
too,
bad
because if
sign?
it's a version of you 6 months before, then the mirror image of you looks a lot happier and more joyful looking at us than the one version below.
Like, just
Yeah.
look at. I see this.
Shit.
Yeah,
Fucking god. It's like, is it a bad sign that 4 of us are children in this? And
I
so
think it's
you're just you have less eye bags.
Yeah.
You were very happy before your wife got. Oh, yeah, that would do it.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Everything went downhill, and now I'm here in hell.
Mhm. Yeah, a
It's
lot
only
happened
upward from here.
too.
Yeah.
That's true. And if I guess, was never here, then I never would have met all of you. There's something special about that to me. Amira's like the cheesiest drunk, so all of her, she's just laying it all out. She's like, also as she's saying all of this, she's like partly on Shiloh, partly on the bed itself, just kind of like looking up at the mirror and talking back to everyone through her like little kid joyful version of her talking at everybody in this way. But for her, when you look up or down, she's looking at with love at every person.
Ymir, I really appreciate this glimpse into the past. Is there any way you can get rid of it?
Mir like looks over and she goes, "Oh, yes, of course." And then she like turns it off and it goes back into the stars in the sky.
I think in the last moments, right before it disappears and swoops up into the sky, you would see baby Lamira kind of toddling towards you, Soul, holding out her little toy. Before.
And I think it cuts like right as Soul goes to turn towards it. So, all of you spend the rest of the night either in your own
roll
rooms
on the table.
or otherwise.
Yeah, you're not getting away from the table.
I wanna
Those
roll the
who
table.
think
Come on.
they
Bring up the
may have
mood.
become
you
particularly
roll a 100, you get with Tyax again.
inebriated tonight. Please roll me a
Me.
D100. Sue, this is Sue's first introduction to the carousing table. She was not here last time.
Uh-oh. What is it?
Oh boy.
So
It's
you're
basically-
rolling a D100, so a 100-sided dice. If you can't find it, just do like a 1 to 100 number generator and let me know what happens.
What happens if I get a 100?
All right, let me have a look.
I think you win the game, actually.
Oh yeah,
just
you
go
roll
straight to like
you roll
you just beat the
God.
shit out of Asmodeus.
You roll
What?
twice
You level
and get
up?
a cursed combination of the two.
God.
All right, Raimi, what'd you get?
Accidentally rolled.
27.
What is it for? A roll a die
I
for
did better
what?
at this carousing table than I did
The carousing
praying to my
table
fucking
tells you
god.
what happens when you get really, really drunk, where you end up after you black out.
It's very fun.
I love how with so many of these you have no idea how this managed to happen because of like the location you were in. Okay, Raimi, you wake up in your bed. It seems you had been like sorting through a lot of the books, and in particular, you managed to do a pretty good forgery of a birth certificate that shows that you have legally changed your name to the same name as one of your party members. It's not actually legal, you just did it as a joke. Which one was it?
Oh man.
It's all
I
of
feel like if I
Vietnam's
did
names.
Soul, it would just be here's the thing. If I did Soul, it would just piss her off even more, and I don't want to change that right now. I want to change my name to Calithria's name, actually.
Cute.
Oh.
Depressing. Mechnon.
81. I think I spent the entire night downing alcohol, being like, "This is nothing in Dragonborn portions." And I fully
Bring out
at a
the
certain point, I've
Conqueror.
forgotten how they were.
You wake
No,
up.
we're not doing drag again.
You wake up naked in a fancy sculpture
right.
garden, which I think is just a thing that Emir added that they didn't mention.
Ugh.
The statues are all wearing various articles of your clothing, and you can hear the sound of some of the invisible servants playing croquet nearby.
Are they using Tooth Puller and the Wrought Iron Tower?
Yes.
Cut to a Tom and
There we
Jerry
go.
scene of me chasing down the invisible servants, dig out, running after them, trying to get my weapons back.
You have to dodge it as you run. All right.
Whoa!
Solstice.
16.
16. I'm gonna say you left, because this is funny. You left the Magnificent Mansion and you went back into like the Philagathos place, because it was basically Vegas. You wake up on the floor of a seedy club in Philagathos. Your clothing is in a pile in the corner, and you don't. It looks like it was amateur night. Your clothing is in a pile in the corner. You don't know where the G-string came from, but you have an extra 6 gold pieces.
Oh, yeah.
I had to blow off some steam.
When
Yep.
you miss your wife so much.
Sue, what
Yeah,
did
I'm gonna
you roll?
collect all my stuff and
Yeah.
hope I can find them.
That's valid. Sue, what did you roll?
Oh shoot, sorry. Doing it right now. Okay. 10? Oh no, what? The giggle. What's that?
I'm trying, because it's one of those things where it references something in the past. You guys haven't met many.
Should I roll again?
No, it's fine. I think you also left. Oh no, you have to stay in the tower, otherwise it disappears.
Yeah.
I think.
I can roll again.
Yeah, fuck it, do it. I want to save that one. It's like you end up in bed with the spouse of an NPC you hate. And I was like, I don't think any of the NPCs so far have had like canonical spouses, so we're gonna save it.
All eligible
Okay.
Everyone's
bachelors and
getting married in the
bachelorettes.
house.
Who's Dispater's
Okay.
wife?
Just ends up with Tyax and, you know,
I
that
was
mom's
gonna
really
say.
jealous.
Okay. 22.
Roll a d6.
Wow, what is happening right now? 4.
4. Okay.
Mhm.
You wake up in an unfamiliar inn, I'm gonna say also in Philagathos, with a stranger next to you, and that stranger out of 4 is extremely gorgeous.
Is it Shiloh?
It is a stranger.
Stranger.
Damn. That's
Calm
fucked.
down.
The funny thing is, I also rolled a 22.
Oh, what if we think
I
it's
rolled
the
a 1 and
stranger?
a 22.
Maddie!
Well, I rolled the 100 and then a 1 and a 22.
A 1 and a 22. Okay. You
Oh my God,
unfortunately
Maddie.
are not in the same situation. However, I think memories
Damn.
come back that you two ended up hitting the town together. Because, Charlotte, you wake up in jail, pending charges for a serious crime that you actually did. So I'm gonna say that you two hit the town, alright? And both of you are like, we need to let off a little steam. Ymir finds some pretty person, ends up in the corner, and Shiloh, you decide that you would...
I decide I'm jealous and I'm gonna go commit arson.
You definitely end up sleeping with someone very powerful, and the spouse comes a knockin', and there's a fight, and you end up in jail.
Can I say that in my drunken state, I got
not gonna be happy
confused?
with me.
Can I say in my drunken state, I got confused and I thought it was Shiloh?
Yeah, that's true. You can do that. You're just like, oh shit, wait, what the
Okay.
fuck?
I know we have this like will they, won't they, but at some point, next layer. Clausia's gonna kill you, and I'm so sorry. I end up
Five
in
years
bed
ago,
with
we got
Fiona.
this. We got this.
In the end,
Oh,
Shiloh, you managed to roll me just a general persuasion check, Shiloh.
Persuasion? Sure. Let's give her a go. I have a +9 and I rolled a 4 on the die, which I think is really funny.
I think you're a little bit drunk, still drunk at the top of the day, and you spend so long just kind of whining to these guards that you definitely know Fiona, and if you just talk to her real quick,
If you just talk to her, like, we'll get have it. Like, she likes me, and don't make me call my patron. I'll fucking do it.
I'll fucking do it, bro.
I
And
love the
it's-
concept that you lose the Scottish accent as well when you're drunk.
Oh,
and
God.
eventually, after a lot of pathetic begging, they do notice the little like amulet thing that you're wearing, that everyone at the party's wearing, that gave them that like limited fire resistance, and they go like, "Oh shit, I think she said okay. Let's just, I think we'll just yeah." They just like open the door and kind of push you out and just go like, "You can leave."
Fuck you. I'm gonna go find Ymir. Start walking the streets.
Ymir, you're
Meanwhile, I think when I wake up, I
Yep.
think I wake up and I see somebody who has the back of Shiloh, or like the hair and stuff. So I'm like, oh my god, I'm like really flustered and excited, and I like don't know what to do with myself. So I'm like freaking out, but I'm like tucking my hair behind my thing, and I'm like, oh my god, do I make breakfast or something? Like, what do I do in this situation? And I like go, good morning, beautiful. And then she like turns the person around and they're like super happy about it, and it's not Shiloh.
It's
So she's
like you realize that their
"Oh."
skin is red and they are a straight up devil, and they're just like, "Hey, morning."
She's like,
That
oh,
was great. Unfortunately, I have to get back. I gotta open up the bar
I
again.
totally get that.
But this was great.
Yes.
All right, see you later, Toots.
Yes.
Enjoy Stitcher.
Yes, that's so great. That is so great. And like as they leave, I like Amir screams into the pillow a little bit and then like fixes her hair and then like walks outside.
You two
You
run
find
into
me
each
face
other.
down in a fucking gutter.
Eventually, the two of you collect one another and make your way back to the barge where everyone else is waiting. Calithria,
Ymir does not say what happened, by the way. She does not want Shiloh to know what went down.
valid. And Calithria says, "All right, I believe it is time for us to depart."
Yeah, let's get out of here.
All right.
Please.
Let's go. And she begins leading the barge out down the fiery rivers of Phlegethos until slowly but surely all of you begin to feel the air cool down to a really comforting temperature, but just as quickly...
Not before she throws up.
Yeah. But just as
Hungover,
quickly it begins to become colder and colder. You begin to see spikes of ice and sludge appear in the river behind you, in front of you. And Calithria has to pay more attention to weave through to make sure the ship does not crack into any icebergs. The theme song for Stygia is Cold as Ice by the Foreigners, because of course it is. The cold hits first, sharp enough to slice through armor, skin, and bone in a single breath. The air tastes of salt and copper, like the ocean itself is rotted. Before you stretches an endless frozen sea, its surface fractured into jagged shards that jut out like the teeth of some buried leviathan. Black water shifts beneath the ice, slow and heavy, with shadows that are far too large to be fish. The sky above is a bruise, churning with blizzards that never quite touch the ground. Where you expect snow and wind, it is just dead. Dead is the best way to describe this place. Everything is starving, everything is desperate, everything is dead. Sound is swallowed here and yet echoes all around you. The groaning cracks of the ice as it parts around you. Close off, you can see a few sparkling lights of a nearby settlement, but it looks so much smaller than anything else you have seen. The rest of this place stretches out into nothing, and Calithria emerges, immediately pulling her jacket a little closer around her as all of your teeth begin to chatter. Stygia is the least or most hospitable of the 9 hells, depending on your standing with infernal hosts. A place run fallow. If blasted frozen waste atop a fathomless sea can earn the term, under the hand of an absentee duke. Everything starves in Stygia. The elements make no contracts. Truant mortals come here to evade infernal scrutiny. The wilderness, while harsh, offers a fairer fight for survival than other layers. But Stygia has its own traps and surprises. Devils are cruel, but they can be bargained with. Other fates are less open to negotiation. There is no true cities here, only cobbled together societies. Approaching is Tantlin, one of the more popular ones. Here you should be able to find any equipment you might need for the journey. Coats and magical items that might keep back the biting cold. The cold kills here. You're finding yourself going to the chasm of found things. I do not know much about this place, only that it is difficult to find. You must venture out there into the cold, allow yourself to get lost. Sometimes those lost within the blizzards of Stygia find signs, mortal tracks through the snow set down recently. Carvings in the ice claim your place of safety and shelter. Mortals are drawn across the wilderness until they reach the mouth of a great ice cave that descends into the frozen substrate. The Caves of Rest. Except, of course, this is the 9 hells, and there is no rest. What wearied travelers have reached is the chasm of found things, which few have ever returned. It is here that your search must continue.
Lovely. Well,
I think getting lost will be easy enough for us.
yeah, we do it all the time. It's a hobby.
Can I
Yes.
ask who in this party is of a non-lawful alignment?
I
Never
guess.
would have guessed
Oh,
that.
would be like
lawful? Sorry.
Lawful.
Sorry, non-lawful, you said.
Yes.
Not lawful?
I'm good.
Yes.
I'm lawful.
Yeah, I would. I'm not lawful.
As this haven is as this is a haven for devils shirking their duties or contracts, this layer encourages chaotic thinking and rebellion. Non-lawful creatures visiting this plane experience a constant urge to rebel and shirk cooperation.
Oh,
Fuck.
shit.
I already do that.
I'm gonna get
That
a
bodes well
4-person
for us.
leash.
However that might appear in your character is completely up to you. Release your
So she would not
inhibitions.
want. She
So
would not want
it-
people to get along all of a sudden.
No, it's more it encourages it encourages you to be the devil's advocate and encourages like chaotic
God.
thinking and not wanting to it would encourage you to more so like get under people's skin and just be a
Oh
little
my
bit of a
God.
shit.
Ymir chaotic good.
I think so.
God.
I would assume so.
Am I
Would
the,
it make
I
more
think
sense
I'm
for
the
her to be
only
lawful good? Would I be
Becton, are you
lawful good? I actually don't understand which one she would be. I'm learning the
If
alignments.
I had to guess, I would put I'd put Ymir as neutral good personally, because I
Yeah,
think
that
she
makes
she
sense.
goes
Okay.
by her own code.
Yeah. Okay, got it. Yeah, that makes sense. So is this only for chaotic people?
It's only for people who
Mhm.
don't have a lawful alignment, but it might just not be as intense for you. But basically, that's
Got it.
that's what the layer does. How that appears in your character is completely up to you, of course.
Okay. Okay.
So, as you guys are sailing over, can I get whoever's proficient to roll me a perception check?
Why am I checking? Why did I check?
I
We
checked
all
you and I was
know.
like, I know I'm not.
It's not fucking me.
I think it would probably be me.
Hmm. You have a plus 12, Ymir.
Oh yeah, you do.
That would be Ymir.
I just got a 17 and then
So 29?
Plus 12.
Sick. Ymir, you notice off to the side, I just remembered that I actually have music for this place. Where is it? There it is.
Yay!
And we
Saving
level up,
it.
right?
Didn't you level up last session?
No, we
What?
level up when we go to
No.
a new layer.
Oh,
What a new
wait,
layer.
yeah, no, you're 15 in Stygians. Yeah, no, you guys level
Oh
up.
god,
Let's
I
go.
haven't leveled up since level 14.
It's
I could
okay,
do-
I did it for you.
Oh, thank you.
Um,
I wish Maddie would level me up.
I'm sorry.
No, I was just joking.
The
See a sudden resistance to necrotic damage, and you're like, this is sus, but that's fine, I guess.
it's because I'm a noob.
Emir, you notice off to the side that there seems to be like a kind of the flow of the sticks does like pass through this frozen sea, but you see off to the side there is a what looks like quite recently carved passage through the ice that is coming from where you guys have and is heading like further along the sticks, almost like something had passed through the ice, like one of those like icebreaker ships almost, and it looks quite fresh. And you can see there used to be a lookout den of some kind that's now just splinters because it just got absolutely just like shattered, as it looks like some kind of vessel has passed through this place recently enough.
Ymir's going to point this out to the others. She's going to draw like what she sees and then show it to the others about this freshly passed path. I say we stay on course.
Oh,
Okay.
so I did see that redeem. I'll do that real quick.
Or you could not. You could
You
just kind of
you don't have to. I mean,
worry about it.
I don't know if it's necessary.
You know, a welcome party. Maybe the encounterers, they just give us a hug.
Oh no. Yeah, I don't know
They're
what's on
really
the table.
friendly.
Maybe the encounter is that, we just crash a birthday party for someone. And it's nice and pleasant.
Sure, it's a
Yeah.
lovely time. Yeah, Charlotte's gonna rock up next
I'm
to
gonna hold on
Ymir,
to that
slightly
one.
hungover, and goes, "So how was your evening?"
Oh, you
Lost there
know,
for a while. I was in jail. That was
Yeah.
crazy.
you were in jail. You know what? You know
Yeah.
what? That doesn't even surprise me. Mine was no, nothing. No, mine was extremely uneventful. I just slept the entire night.
Restful then. Restful evening.
Yeah,
Nice.
absolutely. Yes.
Great. I'm glad to hear that. That makes me really happy, Ymir.
How are you? How was what got you in jail?
I think I may have tangled with somebody's wife, and that, which is bad because I think Glasia nicked the last person I did that with, so it's the reason I don't really entangle. Anyways, that's a long story, but I'm glad you're fine.
Oh, so did you perhaps sleep with someone last night?
I hope not, because I fear for their life, to be honest. I mostly
Oh.
remember the cold, hard cell that I was thrown in. I think I got very close.
Oh,
They
I
had,
see.
funny enough, they looked a lot like you.
Immediate blush on they were just, but she's trying to be very cool and casual about it. She's like, oh, that's
Though to be fair, not nearly as pretty. And Shiloh doesn't even realize what she's saying. She's just kind of walking.
Ymir usually is full of words, but she's just standing there, just frozen in place and just completely flustered.
Are you cold? Do you need a? I don't really get cold that much. Do you want my jacket?
She's very hot, but she's going to say, yes, actually, I would love your jacket.
Yeah, Shiloh whips off the cloak and pops it on her.
Ymir's very happily grabbing the jacket and holding on to it. Yeah, and just being like, oh, this is nice. It kind of smells like you.
Is that a good thing?
Ymir tilts her head a little bit,
I don't like
smiles
the
and
fact
goes
that
I think it's a little bit addictive, actually.
Shiloh can't blush. No blood in her system. But if she could. Keep walking.
Mechnon's on the side.
I think
going,
Raimi
"Oh,
sidles up to
Jesus
Mechnon and is
Christ."
Yeah. I was just gonna say,
I'm
I go up to him and I'm like,
I'm just-
So are you cold or?
To me?
she holds
That's
up her
it.
cloak.
Okay.
She just puts it back on. Keeps walking.
I just lightly punch Soul in the shoulder. I say, are they gonna figure it out, or do we have to keep... We have 5 more fucking layers of them flirting, don't we?
You know what? It's kind of like television to me.
What is that?
You know, the stories.
It's when you hire 2 actors to come into your living room and start reading
Yeah.
out scrolls.
Well,
That was so specific.
one glass. I'm watching my stories.
I'm watching my stories. It's something that's not devils fighting, so I'll enjoy it.
Deep
I
sigh.
know.
We're literally in hell, and everyone's flirting with each other. Ugh.
You say, having just fucked Tyax last night.
Fuck Tyax.
And you-
That wasn't
and
love,
you-
though.
And you fucked Tyax before the carousing table. I just want to put that out there.
Let me be so real right now. Just fucking isn't putting the team dynamic at risk. And I'm fucking
tell
NPCs.
Tyax that.
Tyax
Oh,
and
yeah.
I know what's going on.
Tyax
and I know
Tyax
it's purely
hasn't.
physical.
Y'all haven't seen Tyax since. Tyax is recovering.
Mechnon.
Tyax is recovering.
Tyax
Yeah.
needs to recover.
Oh my god.
Tyax and I had a talk. We laid out our boundaries. We
man.
were like, this is purely physical to work out excess energy.
Actually, you know
here to
what?
do
No,
a
he
job.
isn't. Okay, wait. How far do I want to go?
It's Tyax
Uh,
gonna get attached.
Far.
Up,
So far.
Apollo, odds or evens?
No.
Odds or evens? Tell me.
Odds.
That is an 18. Tyax is doing just
Brennan
fine.
Jet says fucking the Uber driver is hilarious.
Tyax is vibing.
Tyax
It
is
reminds
doing
me of,
just fine. Yep, Tyax is doing great.
You
We're
know that-
vibing. We're
You know
both.
that you fucked the text man for texts. Have you seen that? Okay, never mind. It's very old. It's never mind.
Maddie.
I'm not gonna go into it.
That's what
I
I rolled
think-
for. That's what I rolled
Maddie.
for.
Down.
Oh my
Straight
god,
to jail.
Tyax caught feelings? Crazy.
Getting fucked by
Maddie,
the Uber
how
driver.
dare you?
Tyax is doing great.
Mechnon versus Sarah confirmed, you know?
So Tantlin, you guys pull up. You see the city is very much cobbled together. It if I had to give a pop culture comparison, it looks like oh Jesus, Jakku in like The Force Awakens, where Daisy Ridley, whatever the fuck her character, Rey, is like just a scavenger and they're from the scavenger place. It looks like that, but instead of a desert, it's ice. So it looks like it's like built together by a lot of like rickety shit. But it has these balls of fire that are kind of like planted in the ground. So as soon as you come in, it seems to dampen the cold enough that it isn't actively killing you. And you see a couple of mortals and devils who don't have the kind of like ice white skin of most of the devils that occupy this place and are very much built for this weather. But instead, most likely devils that are trying to hide from their usual layers are huddled around these various kind of light poles. It looks like a large part of this city is made up by a marketplace where a lot of people with like kind of what looks like sleds behind them filled with supplies. This is very much a scavenger city, so it looks like people are just selling shit they've found, as well as some people are selling opportunities or jobs. There are some people selling food, but the most popular of the stores is one that seems to be stocking a heap of rings and large winter coats, and seems to be the only one there who's yelling out, come over here if you want to buy all of your necessities to survive the frigid colds of Stygia. Only place to buy it, only place that sells it. Come one, come all.
I think maybe we need to go there.
I mean, judging by the hawker's accent, it might give Mechnon here some flashbacks. So, we could, though.
Why am I catching strays? What the fuck?
That's exactly
Alright.
like Tyax.
Tyax and I will stay on the ship and do our usual rounds to make sure we don't get frozen in. You may need some more time here, so please let me know when you need me to come back. Good luck. She gives you your usual map, which I will send to you guys.
Yippee!
And with a nod, the barge pulls away and leaves you guys in Tantlin. And I think at this point, for reasons that will make sense, we are going to end the session here, because next week we are going to be joined by a very special guest. Valiant Dorian, or Val, will be joining us as a guest in studio. We're very excited to have him. He might stay for more than one session. We don't know. We're going to see how it goes. But yeah, we're going to pick up there next week. Very exciting. So, thank you everyone for joining us. We're so excited to get started on the second half of the 9 Hells. Well, kind of. When we get halfway through Stygia, we'll be halfway. It's an odd number, you see. I would count the material plane as like one of the layers that you did, so I'd say we're halfway. Personally.
It feels like hell sometimes.
It feels like halfway. So yeah, we're very excited. This is going to be so fun. This was a great session. Emotions. This was the true dungeon of friendship, and the true dungeon of friendship was forged by Emir forcefully, and I think that's a beautiful thing. All right, let's go around the circle and tell the people where they can find you. Starting with Sue.
Hi everybody, I'm Dragon Mistress. I'm a theater actress, and you can find me as Dragon with a 0__ Mistress on Instagram, and then Dragon Mistress on TikTok, and Dragon Mistress on YouTube, which I really need to post more. And yeah, I'm thinking about starting a Twitch, and if I do, I will announce it on my Instagram.
Hi, I'm Haley. I go by Haley Rosie on everything. You can find me, like I said, on everything. I've been a little bit sick lately, so I haven't been up to too much, but I just had a phenomenal Dice Time session. I'm always over there doing stuff. It's so good. You guys should watch The Last of Us on there. It's getting so dramatic. Anyway, but that's all for me for now.
Spectrum, why?
Hey. That was actually my true.
Hello, it's me. I'm Hannah Harper,
I was
and I'm a
muted the
professional
whole time.
dungeon master. And what?
I was
Am I
muted
muted?
just for a little bit.
No.
You're not. You're
Okay.
fine.
Okay, great. I'm a TTRPG and D&D content creator. You can find me at Hannah Plays D everywhere on the internet, at TikTok, Instagram, Twitch, yada yada yada. You can find me doing stuff like world building, lore keeping, and how to DM with no spoons, because I haven't had any spoons lately. You can catch me doing cool stuff, like I just finished up D&D Castle. It's not confirmed yet, but I think I'm going to be there next August as well. Let's go. I just came off my first panel at Gen Con, which is very exciting. That's filmed. That's going to go up to Panic on YouTube.
Yay.
And pending, I'm maybe going to be doing some stuff at PAX Unplugged, so catch me there. And yeah, that's it.
Yay. Diana.
Hi, I'm Diana Faye, also known as Diana of the Rose on all platforms. I'm a YouTuber, Twitch partner, I guess YouTube partner, Twitch partner, podcast host for the Worlds Apart podcast, where my friend and I just do world building off the cuff. People have been really liking it, which is wild because we don't advertise it at all except for like this. So thank you so much if you watch that podcast and actually like it. That's crazy to us. I am also going to be at various conventions around the world, and I've only got 4 left for the year, so I'm over the hump. I'm going to be at PAX Australia, PAX West, PAX Unplugged, and then TwitchCon as well. So I will be seeing you guys there. If you see me, please come say hi. I hate it when I get messages afterwards. It's like, hey, I saw you from across the room, but I was too shy to come say hi. Stop that. Stop it. Come say hi. I have things for you. I have presents. But that's me.
I love how I was saying your name weird, and instead of Diana, I said dinner, and I think that's great. This is
Girl dinner.
This is my bestie dinner.
She ate.
She ate because she is dinner. Apollo.
Hello, didn't see you come in. My name is Apollo. Fuck. Oh yeah. So I do stuff. I be doing cosplay sometimes when I remember money is a thing that I can spend. I do voice acting. I'm actually gonna. the position that you're seeing right now, I don't probably by end of 2025. This will not be how my PC is oriented, because where I'm sitting right now, a vocal booth is going to be built. Big proper wood. Girlie's in her woodwork era. We're gonna be doing stuff. Anyway. I'm gonna be on that wall, on the wall over there that you can't see. So what did I say? I said cosplay, I said voice acting, I do TTRPG performance. Yeah. You can find me on the internet at Tall Nerd Apollo. You can find me in the beautiful and proud nation of Ireland if you just kind of look up. And and that's it.
Wonderful. Hello, my name is Madeline. This is here to my channel. Make sure that you hang out on Thursday and Friday where we are going to be doing the PvP spin that wheel streams. That we had one. It was really chaotic. Hannah and Apollo were in it. Both of them hated me by the end of that session. It was a beautiful thing. So if you want maximum chaos and also a really cool way to waste your money on torturing people, love to see you there. Diana's gonna be there on Thursday or Friday. Which one are you doing again?
Friday for the US people.
Friday. Saturday for me. It's gonna be really fun. We're looking forward to it. I'll do the official casting announcement real soon. Make sure you check that out. Other than that, we're gonna be here every week now. Make sure you hang out next week for our guest. So exciting. I'm gonna update everyone. I'm gonna update the images because I'm gonna remember. You guys don't forget to level up. We will see you next time. We'll raid into someone. Chill out. Say goodbye, my frozen little snowflakes. I never.
Yeah.
Goodbye, my frozen little snowflakes.
No.
Snowflakes.
No.
Oh.